hello, beautiful babies. This is your test review. And of course, Miss Ross forgot to hit record before I got started. Everybody in the room say hey. Hey. They're all here. Okay. So what we did was we took a piece of paper and we folded it like a hamburger for 3 times. All right. And then we're putting a little nuggets of information in each block. So in the first block, we talked about the jet stream. Guys, what sound does the jet stream make? Whee! Good, wee, because it moves air masses from the west to the east. Doesn't say ew, it says wee. It moves it from the west to the east. So it pushes air masses from the west to the east. Now, if the jet stream is up higher, if it's in towards the north, it's going to be colder. If it's further south, it's going to be warmer weather. But it's pushing the air masses all the time. Whee! All right, next one was the cirrus clouds. We talked about how cirrus clouds, they ain't cirrus. They're wispy, they're high up in the air, and there is no rain in them. When you see cirrus clouds, it ain't cirrus, it's fair weather. Last one we were working on was low pressure. Tori Malatia told us that low pressure equaled lousy weather, meaning it's going to go wet and stormy. All right, so now let's talk about a barometer. Okay, y'all are going to see graphs that look like this on your test, okay? And if you see a reading on a barometric graph that looks like this, what happened down here? Because it dropped. The barometric pressure dropped. So down here, it's very low. So what happened at this point in the graph? Tristan? Very good. There was a storm down here. This was a storm. It was raining. And then, Avery, after the storm passed, the barometric pressure went back up. So what happened?
We got better weather.
Very good. It got nice again, right? So it started off nice. Then the barometric pressure dropped and we got storm and rain, and then the barometric pressure got back up. So this is before, during, and after a storm. Does that make sense to you guys? How you feeling about that, Shamori? Good. I got the thumbs up from Shamori. All right. Moving on next to the big question of the day. Wind. Does anybody in here think that they know what causes wind? Tell me. You're exactly right. What causes wind? Uneven heating of the earth. So what that means is of the earth. Let me write this down. What that means is if you've got water here and then you've got land here. Okay, so this is your land and this is your water. Your water is slow to heat and to cool. Land is fast to heat and to cool. Okay, it's fast to cool and heat. All right, so what that causes is that causes differences in air pressure. It creates convection currents because the heat rises off the land, circles back, drops down, and swirls back around, causing wind. Okay, uneven heating. Changes in air pressure because the air pressure is going from high to low. High to low. It always wants to move from something of high pressure to low pressure. And when it moves in, you get that whoosh, that wind. So wind is caused by uneven heating of the earth. All right, let's talk about the next thing. So if you go from high, write this up here, to low pressure, you're going to get the whoosh. Write that. The whoosh. And the whoosh is the wind, right? Make sense? You're doing good. You guys are doing great. The whoosh is the wind. Uneven heating of the earth causes high pressure to drop to low pressure, and then you get the whoosh of the wind. I'm gonna give them a second. I know you can't see them at home, but I'm looking at them and all of their little hands are just scribbling furiously. So we gotta make sure that I give them time to write this down. All right, we'll move up here to the next one. I want you to draw a semicircle. Semicircle looks like this. Okay. Over here, I want you to write 6 a.m. That's when Jamal wakes up. Here's Jamal. Okay. Over here, I want you to write 8 p.m. This is when Jamal goes to sleep. So draw Jamal again and then put, okay, this is when Jamal goes to sleep. 6 a.m. is when he wakes up. 8 p.m. is when he goes to sleep. Now, directly in between the two is noon, right? 12. This is noon. Now, I'm going to talk to you about what the temperature is like. So let's just say, that this morning Jamal woke up and it was 50 degrees when he woke up, right? And then throughout the day, around 10, it was like 53 degrees. Around noon, it was 56 degrees. And then the question, a lot of kids think that the hottest part of the day is noon, but it's not. The hottest part of the day is around 2 o'clock. Around 2 o'clock, it's going to get to like 62 degrees today. Okay, so at 2 is the hottest part of the day. You can write the hottest. And the reason why that is because the land has had an opportunity to heat up at that point. Does that make sense? At noon, it's still burning off the cold from the morning time, but at 2, that's the hottest part of the day. Okay?
Miss Rouse, that ain't no test question.
Yes, it is.
Seriously, Miss Rouse is gonna ask me what the hottest part of the day?
Yes, and you're going to say 2. Ethan, when we're at the pool in the summer, is it hottest at noon or in the middle of the afternoon? Middle of the afternoon. We're out there cooking. Skin's turning crispy. We look like little chickens roasting in the sun. It's terrible. All right, now what I want you to do, I want you to draw a cloud at the bottom. Label it F-O-G. Who could tell me what F-O-G stands for? Here you go, Charlize. It stands for fog. Good. What do the letters mean? Does anybody remember? Yazi? Very good. It forms over, see, forms for F. Over is the O. G is ground. Forms over ground is fog. Did we have some fog this morning? Sure did. And I took a teachable moment this morning on the way to work. I told my son, I said,
Oh, did you know that fog stands for forms over ground?
and you know what he said? Oh, and I'm hoping you're all doing the same thing. Forms over ground. Miss Ross, is that really a test question? Yep. All right, you ready? Let's get to another one. Flip to the back, we got another one. I want you to write it again. Whee! All right, weather moves from the west to the east. Does that make sense? All right, so if this is, and don't make fun of my drawing, but if this is North Carolina, and this is Greenville, and this is Raleigh, does that make sense? If it is raining in Raleigh today, guess what it's going to be doing in Greenville tomorrow? Raining, because the weather moves from the west to the east, okay? Because the wind pushes air masses west to east. Whee! Okay? So on your test tomorrow, there's going to be a map. It's not going to be of Raleigh, but it's going to show you a map. And you're going to have to notice that if you've got north, east, south, and west, that the weather is going to move from the west to the east on the map. Jamal, I know that it's going to rain tomorrow because what just happened to the pressure? Very good. Jamal said the pressure goes low. Write that. The pressure went low. It's gonna rain.
Miss Rouse, you say this too much. We talk about it too much.
I know, but I don't want to miss you. I don't want you to miss it at all. So if the pressure goes high, the weather's going to get nice. The pressure goes low, it's going to rain.
It's gonna rain.
All right.
Miss Rouse, this is too easy.
I know. Guess what? I'm going to let you guys write a cuss word. Are you ready? I am. H. I'm just kidding. You can't really write a cuss word. Hail. All right. But I got your attention. All right. Write the word hail. Hail. Klinger. Olivia. What kind of cloud does it have to be if it's going to hail? Cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus brings hail.
Miss Rouse, are you serious?
That's right. All right. It's cooler at the beach. Why? All right, who has a guess for why is it cooler at the beach? Jayla.
Because of the sea breeze?
Yes! Yes, because of the sea breeze. So again, here's the land. Jamal's like, do I have to draw this again? Yes. Here's the sea. Avery, what heats up faster, the land or the sea?
The land.
You are a genius. So the heat rises off the land. It swirls around. It sinks over the cool water, blows back to shore, going from high pressure to low pressure, and zoom, the wind blows in. It's because of the sea breeze. The sea breeze. Sea breezes are almost always there. You ever been to the beach and it isn't windy? Who has? You ain't never been to the beach and it ain't windy. It's always windy at the beach. Now it might be less windy, but it's always windy. That's why you can always bring a kite with you, right? All right. Let me see if there's anything else I need to tell y'all. Oh, yes. I got two more. All right. Draw a hurricane. Draw a hurricane. Now, y'all live in North Carolina. Y'all been through hurricanes. Write it up here. Who can tell me what makes hurricanes get stronger? Hurricanes get stronger when? When do they get stronger? Shamari. Yes, warm water. They like the warm water in the Gulf Stream. They like the warm water. Now remember, I'm saying Gulf Stream, not jet. This is the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream runs under the water. Any of y'all ever seen Finding Nemo? You know how he gets in that current, he rides on the back of the turtle shell through that current that's moving really fast? That's like a Gulf Stream. That's called the I forget what it's called, the Australian current. Hey Zayden, I'm glad you're here. All right. But it's a stream of hot moving water underneath the ocean. So we know that those hurricanes, we see them out in the ocean and they're just kind of churning and churning and churning and churning. And then they hit that Gulf Stream water, baby. They hit that hot water and here they come. Wow, 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 wow. Because they love that hot water. It makes them stronger. All right, next one. I'm not going to draw it low. I'm going to draw it medium. This is a blanket cloud. This is a stratus cloud. It's low to the ground. What kind of weather does it bring? What kind of weather does it bring, Caroline Klinger? It's low to the ground. Avery, what kind of weather are you going to get with a stratus cloud?
Rain.
Very good. But write steady rain. You're going to get steady rain. This is just kind of like, I like to think of stratus clouds as like the Eeyore of clouds. Do y'all know who Eeyore is? Y'all ever seen Winnie the Pooh? You know, the little donkey and when, is he a donkey? Yeah, he's like a little blue donkey, and he's always like, oh, I'm depressed. Wah, wah. I like to think of stratus clouds as like the Eeyore of clouds. They're just low, and they're dark, and they're just, it's just like, it's not exciting. There's no rain, there's no thunder or anything. It's just like, oh, great, it's raining again. You know what I'm saying? Stratus is boring rain. I'm going to write boring rain. Not exciting rain like cumulonimbus. Okay? And then I have the last one, the one that kills the children's brains. And Zayden, I'm just going to give you a copy of this. Okay, so what we have, I am going to draw a big map. 2 blanks at the bottom. I'm going to draw a big map of America. So there's Florida. I know, don't laugh. There's Texas. There's the coast coming up like this. Hey, that ain't too bad. All right, there's America. Kind of looks like an assault rifle. All right, so what you have, there are 2 types of wind that are moving the weather. How does the weather move? How do air masses move? Whee! From the west to the east, baby, right? Okay. So I like to think there's the first type of wind that is just blowing straight west to east, from the west to the east. And these are called the prevailing westerlies. I like to think of them as like the gas pedal, the prevailing westerlies, because they come from the west. Write this down, it's important. I like to think of these as the gas pedal. They just go straight. Okay, just straight. The prevailing westerlies are just moving from the west to the east. So, in a car, if you want to turn left or right, Brennan, what do you have to use? The steering wheel. The jet stream, draw the jet stream here. This is the jet stream. The jet stream is like the steering wheel, okay? And the jet stream can move the westerlies up higher to the north or down lower to the south. So the westerlies are like the steering wheel. I mean, the westerlies are the gas pedal, and the jet stream is the steering wheel. It can make the weather that it's bringing either colder or warmer, depending on where the jet stream is moving the wind from. Does that make sense? Westerlies are the gas pedal, jet stream is the steering wheel. Okay, but it all moves whee, west to east. Are we clear? All right. All right, I am going to stop this recording. Bye, love you. Make sure you have this down because your test is tomorrow. And do your Kahoot.